Hi everyone, this is a brief lecture on wrapping up the semester and finishing Unit 4. As you notice on the dates, your project is not due in the discussion board until the 29th. Today is the 27th, so that means you have 2 days to finish working on your project. All of the assignments throughout the semester have been designed to help you with your project. Hopefully you found them useful so that you're not spending too much time at this point putting it all together. As you notice, you're not supposed to start watching them until the 1st of July. The reason I do this is between the 29th and the 30th, I will go into the discussion board and I will look at all of your presentations, no matter what they are, no matter what the genre, just to make sure everything works like it's supposed to. I want to make sure links work, that audio works, video works, so that no matter what you put in there, all your peers can watch it and score it, read it and score it, listen to it and score it, and that way it gives you the most possible points from your peers. You're going to actually review each item, and you're going to, it says make sure you actually review the item in the discussion board, because if it's obvious you didn't review it, you will be penalized. And so, for example, sometimes a person skips a section, and you should give them a 0 because it's not there, and I've had students just put in numbers randomly. So if somebody does that by chance, that person loses points off of their score because they did not take the time to watch everybody else's. There are approximately 10 of you. You'll be watching approximately or reviewing approximately 9 projects at 10 minutes max. That's 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half. That's a little more than one class period if we were in face-to-face. So it is reasonable to look at all of those over 2 days. By the 2nd of July, you're going to post questions to the designated people in your group, and all people should have at least 3 questions. So the later you are in posting your questions, the more careful you have to be about making sure everyone has 3 questions. If by chance someone doesn't, I will go in on the 2nd and add questions so that everybody has 3. On the 2nd, also, you will submit your self and peer reviews. And you're going to post them where the assignment is. Do not post them in the discussion board. Do not post them in the discussion board. And that's because what you write in your forms, that's all supposed to be confidential just for me to read and then to share with your peers without your name on it. By 7/3, you must answer the questions that are posed to you. You also must complete the extra credit, which should be at the bottom of the unit. And on the 5th and 6th, your final reflection will be open, and you'll be able to review that and submit that at your convenience, but it needs to be in no later than the 6th. So let's open the unit and see what it looks like. So extra credit is worth up to 10 points, and I just want to point out this is highlighted in purple that whatever you do cannot be peer reviewed. I don't want a peer-reviewed article or a peer-reviewed video or a peer-reviewed podcast or anything like that. I want you to look for everyday occurrences. And there's been a lot of occurrences in the last couple of weeks that are related to women's health. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look for something that a person anywhere would read, not just someone in college. So look for something that you find in a newspaper, an article, in a magazine like Newsweek or Time, a newspaper like Washington Post, or it could be a podcast, a video, anything that a normal person might see that's related to women's health and has been released in the last year. So 3 issues: not peer reviewed, released in the last year, must be about a women's health issue. You summarize the article in 1 paragraph using your own words, and then you relate the issue to at least 3 of the social determinants of health that we've covered in class. If you think I may not know the issue, then make sure you attach a link to it or attach the actual item so that I can see what you're talking about. And notice the purpose of this extra credit is to look for real world situations and relate them to class. And there's a final description of your project. Here you have the specific guide and what you should be submitting. Here is your self and peer scoring tool, so I'd like to look at that right now. At the top, you put your self score in, And then below that, you put the name of the person. You put your name, the name of the person you're scoring, their topic, and their format or genre. What I do is I take this top piece off before I share it with your peers. So then it says you score them, the possible points are there, and you must leave comments in at least 3 rows. So if you do not leave comments in at least 3 rows, then you lose the points on your scores versus the other person. These are really important because it helps your peers hear from each other on what went well and what could be better in your projects. So that is everything. Let's just look at the discussion board very quickly. So this will open, it'll be discussion board for projects, and the dates there are correct, I believe. I will check them one more time. And this is the discussion board where you post your project. So you'll go in here, post your project, take 2 days to look at everybody else's project, ask questions, answer questions, and score each other's projects. I want to remind you that everyone takes a lot of time to do their projects, so it's really important for you to take the time to watch and listen to them. I find them very exciting, and I'm sure you will too. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing your work.